And if you have to mute yourself, that would really help. Welcome, everybody. This is August 26th, our end of the month all-team call for Team Turquoise, and we have quite a few folks on and others that will probably be watching this recording. So I want to just briefly tell you what this is all about, and then I'm going to let the person who created this explain this. Mitra had a special guest on her rep wrap this week, and that was Dawn Rathman. If you don't know who Dawn is, she is an icon in the Juice Plus world, 100 bazillion club, who even knows, wonderful, wonderful lady. And she's a numbers gal. And so she had mentioned to Mitra this momentum incentive that she is running for her team. Mitra got excited about it, as we know Mitra does. And she sort of threw the idea out to a lot of us NMDs and said, would you guys be interested in learning more about this? We all said yes. So she had Dawn on her rep wrap call this past Tuesday, a week ago, to explain this momentum incentive. And pretty much a lot of the NMDs on the Shining Star team are running this for her team, and Team Turquoise is no exception. So rather than me explaining what this all is, I'm going to just play the recording of that rep wrap call, an edited version, because there were some glitches at the beginning, to let Dawn kind of explain it. So you'll hear it firsthand, and then that's going to go 20, 25 minutes. Sorry, it's going to be a little long, but I really want you to understand how this works. And then afterwards, we'll talk about what our plan is here on Team Turquoise and how this is going to work. Okay? So let me share my screen. And hopefully this will work and you can all hear.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, now I'm going to fast forward a little because there were some glitches at the beginning. So let me get to here. She kind of introduced Dawn, but I sort of did that.
Level, yes.
All right.
Get to that HLP level. And then if you want to do medium, what is medium?
Hang on. Her screen kind of froze, and Mitra had to stop her in the middle and say, this isn't working.
Original, the momentum.
There we go.
Yeah.
Can everyone hear okay?
There's something that happens with, you almost need like 2 screens with Zoom. So why don't you show it like this, the way you had it, instead of playing the slideshow, just make the slides bigger, because that's the only way I know. Unless you have 2 screens, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Do you have 2 screens? Because the other thing you can do is share a second screen. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You might have to backtrack a little bit.
Oh, here's me. Here's designing your life. We're starting what's your future? It is about you, what you want, and why you want it. And it is about exploring our marketing plan. What inside the marketing plan is the potential so that you can change your life and change the trajectory of your future. And there's the trees. What do you want to do? A little, medium, or a lot? And so we show up with great energy. We do 4 things. Value people. We show up, stay connected, and stay the course. So I divide the marketing plan up into kind of 3 sections, little, medium, or a lot. The first section is just those first 2 levels. You come in as a dealer and go to your HLP. What does that look like? It just means to offset your costs of about 3 trios or more, but that's a little. Medium is those 2 levels in the middle, that part-time income we build from $500 to $1,000 a month. So that looks like that VF level and the sales coordinator level, and that is the average income in our company for those 2 levels. And what does a lot look like? It's just duplicating that middle level, duplicating VFs and sales coordinators, and then growing your business. And the average NMD actually earns 6 figures. So that's pretty exciting. Now the next slide just shows you that track the sales coordinator. On the bottom of this slide, you can see that as you go up, you make more money. So for example, a tree order, you can see at the beginning it's 39 down here, 76 up here. So why not, have that part-time income and increase your paycheck to the sales coordinator level? Okay, so that's just for your new people. It's always good to fast track. We still have those amazing incentives till the end of this month. And now I'm going to jump to the next thing. There's 3 ways to make income. Retail profit, that's the same for everybody. You can see that retail profit at the bottom is the same for everybody. commissions.
You guys, I've got my speakers up as loud as I can go. Sorry, I don't know what can make it louder.
You know, with each one, so that's worth it. And then there's bonuses. We have all kinds of bonuses. And we're not going to go into all kinds of bonuses today, but I'll just, remind you that look at all these different bonuses you can get. Every level has a new bonus you can get. But anyway, we're just going to talk today about kind of qualifying your business, that extra 5% bonus you can earn. So what does it take to get a qualified business, and what is the value of a qualified business? So it takes about 12 customer families to qualify your business. Or if you're thinking in terms of trios, about 24 trios. Most people are on more than one product, or they have a couple of people at least on the trio in their family. And because I can't advance this slide, I'll just kind of take away my little figures here. So why qualify your business, even as a virtual franchisee? Because qualifying your business is the foundation of your residual, stable and lasting monthly income that can pay your bills and realize your dream. So what does that really look like? With about 12 to 20 customer families, even as a virtual franchisee, you can earn a part-time income of $300 to $600 every single month. Here's a little chart that shows you how to do that. 24 trios would equal about 1,000 PDC. That's what it takes to 1,000 points to qualify your business. And that's what that tracker, that one tracker, is going to show you how you can increase that portion of your check by 1,000 points. Anyway, 24 would give you about almost $400 monthly income, and just keep on going over time consistently. About 40 trio customers will give you 67. That's like about 20 families. Okay, so that's as a BF. So why go to sales coordinators? Well, more is better, right? Your earnings increase as a sales coordinator, and qualifying creates an even greater monthly income. So the average earnings of an active sales coordinator in our company is $12,000 a year. Awesome. About $1,000 a month. And again, you can see that those 24 trios or 40 trios, they just go up. So you can see about 24 trios just barely qualifying with those customers would be about $450, and 40 would be over $700. Just to reiterate, that these are averages in our company. A little, medium, or a lot, right? DDs and direct distributors, it really doesn't apply. Because 3 customers isn't gonna, earn you a lot of money. But it does offset the cost. At this medium level, which is what we're talking about today, really building that, your average virtual franchisee who's active and qualifies their business earns about $4,000 a year, and a sales coordinator about $12,000 a year, which ends up being right about $500 to $1,000 a month, which is right with that. And a lot, your average senior sales coordinator qualifying national marketing director, you can see earns quite a bit of money. So duplicating that medium level is how you get to that lot level. And your average monthly income for those levels are senior sales coordinator about $2,000 a month, Q&B about $3,000 a month, and NMB about $9,000 a month. Okay, that was just a quick overview of the compensation plan, because this is just one part of our amazing compensation plan. And if you want to increase your income by $12,000 a year or whatever, this is really how we do it. It's one person at a time, one customer at a time, one conversation at a time. And think of, who are my next 3 customers and next 3 distributors? So I'm just thinking of the power of 3. Monthly habit is new customers and new team members. And if you do that consistently, just like exercise or anything else, it's the over time that is that exponential growth. So this tracker tracks every month your new 3 to 5 customers, or your new team members, 3 to 5 customers, or even old team members. You might have a DD who decides to go again. So anything that counts into your orders, your new customer orders, your dealers, or your DDs count to this incentive momentum. Okay, so what is it? It's from September to December, and our focus is on increasing our numbers to qualify, like I just explained, so our income goes up. Specifically on the PDC report, which I'll show you a little later, it's increasing our column 4, or what we call our performance bonus qualification number. We need to get that to 1,000 to qualify. But even if you are qualified, more is better. So more customers lead to more distributors. More new distributors lead to more people who go to BF and sales coordinator. More sales coordinator legs go to, you know, that independently wealthy state, right? Isn't that how you did it, Mitra?
Pretty much. Sorry, I had to unmute myself.
So anyway, that's our focus. Simply on net, big word here, net increase. Not 5 customers in, 5 customers out, 6 customers in, 2 customers out. But we really do that good customer care. Net means that if you lose a customer, you need to gain another customer. But we want to increase that, column 4. Okay, so what is that exactly? What incentive am I giving my team to do that from December, every month from December or September to December? I want to increase the column 4 by 250 points. That's equivalent to just 6 trios. It doesn't matter if you get all 6 trios to get that incentive. It doesn't matter if you only get new team members, 1 new team member with 6 trios. You don't have to have trios, you know, any combination of points, which I'll show you in a minute, but the points is what counts. A net increase of 250. I'm going to pay out to my NMD Open, and a lot of other NMDs in my team are going to do the same, to pay out to their NMD Open, $50 for each of those 4 months. In September, you can do it, November, etc. Or if you, you know, have a really great month, or every great month, if you increase over 500 PVC, which would be about 12 trios or any combination of shredders or anything else, then I will pay out $1,000 or $100 each month that you do that. Now here's one little thing though. I'm not paying out, think of this, $250. I'm not paying out $50 for just one pay in full order. So how the tracker kind of helps with that, but there's this caveat. I'm only counting the points on an order if it were installment. So I'm not penalizing if you have a pay in full order, that's great. But you do have to divide that number by 4 to be included in that 250. And again, the tracker shows you easily how to do that. Or if you have a tower garden, you know, that's kind of another little manual glitch. You just have to type in there, put an asterisk by a pay in full order and a tower garden, divide by 12. Okay, so what really then, a little bit more information on the incentive. So if we get increased by 250 or 6 trios, you get an extra $50. Okay, so now there's 2 things, remember? New customers, the monthly habit of new customers and new team members. So here, there's going to be a little chart that you put in the name of your customer and the product they ordered or the products they order, and then the promotional points. So I love this RPM. RPM stands for what are the results that we want and what are the results that are worth it. Well, I think residual and monthly income is totally freedom. So that's why I think it's worth it. And this builds that residual income. Purpose, of course, my why for my life, my vision for my life is my purpose. Why is that important to me? What could that do for me? You know, you always have to go back to that. And then their company provides the method. The method is, you could say this chart is the method, but it's our compensation plan that pays us out that money is the method. And the map is our monthly action plan. And that's what we want to do. We're going to get those additional 250 points, monthly action plan. So think about, in terms of your own customers, your monthly goal will be 3 to 5 customers. It might be big orders, little orders, it doesn't matter. But at least do as much as an HLP would have to do. At least increase your promotional PVC by 500. If you're already sales coordinator above, you know, you don't need the promotional, but it's good to keep thinking of that because you've got new distributors all the time. And then divide that by 4. Your promotional PVC, the whole, you know what that is, the whole full amount of the 4 month supply, even though it's paid monthly on installments. That's promotional. So anyway, you just divide that 500 by 4, you get 125. So a nice balance would be your 3 to 5 customers, plus what also feeds into your column 4 is any of your dealers, your DDs, or people going to HLP. So your HLP also counts in your column 4. So think of getting 1 new HLP a month or more, or 5, doesn't matter, but at least 1, which they need a promotional PVC of 500. Again, you divide that by 4, it would increase your column 4 and theirs by 125. So now I'm going to add up the goals. So the goal then is, the monthly goal is to increase your promotional PVC by 1,000 divided by 4 is 250. That's what your goal is, 250. Does that make sense, hopefully? Good. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what the tracker looks like. So across the top, it just has, here's your customers in green, here's your team members building your team in orange, and over on the right is the monthly total of both your customers and those dealers and DDs who feed into that same column 4. So here's an example. Let's say you got Lindsay, she ordered a quad. That's, you type in, or you can do this manually. I have a PDF of it too, but on this tracker, and I'll show you in a minute. Lindsay, you type in Lindsay or handwrite in Lindsay, put in the order a quad, and then the promotional points is 250.47. If it's manually doing it, you have to divide that by 4, because the only way for my team at least, I count or give money out is if they take a picture of their tracker at the end of the month so I can see what they've got, and they take a picture of their, actual points on their KPIs. But anyway, and then Ashley got a trio shake, 240. Again, it doesn't matter if it's paid in full or not because this divides it by 4 and that's what I'm counting. Peter got a trio, 169, so it adds up to 164. So yep, she got 3, trios, actually 5 orders. But anyway, it added up to 164. So our monthly subtotal here, every month subtotals was 657. That exceeded the 500. Divided by 4, it exceeded the 125. And she got a new HLP. You can just type over this if you have a tracker, type it in. Who are your people contributing to this? Anyway, Natalie got a quad, Jennifer got a trio, Jordan got a trio. So let's say this person's name is Nancy. Yep, she made her HLP, and at least, because it's over 500 points, and it contributes 146 to your column 4. So if you take the purple, 164 plus 146, in the white here is your month 1 total of this purple monthly 1 column 4. So this is your promotional PVC between both you and your new distributors and your points that count toward your column 4. Okay, here's month 2, same thing. She got about 3 orders, another 3 orders, another HLP, or maybe this was just an old distributor who woke up, I don't know. But here's your new 500 points. So the total of your customer increase now is about 6. So your cumulative promo total is 1,165. Your cumulative customer total is 127, totaling for both months 291. Now here's how's your team doing? Yep, my team is also between the 500 points I got the first month and the 500 points I got the second month is over 1,000, so that's great. So my team is increasing too by my column 4 by 146 that month. So total of cumulative column 4 is 293. So in the purple, 291 plus 293. My 2-month results is increase of 585. That's already halfway to that 1,000 points to qualify your business, even if you started from 0. So it isn't rocket science to add about month 3 here. Same thing, increased about the same. I've got the same orders in here, six orders in a quad or whatever, probably more than that. But so now your cumulative total for your customers is 418 plus the 439 from your team members, total of 558, and month 4, you're at 5 and 5, which equals 1,000. So you've increased in 4 months your column 4 to 1,000 points. So even if you're at 0, you would have a qualified business. So that would increase your income by about 200 and some, let's figured it out before, 200 and some dollars, or $2,500 a year, just that activity. And it would give you tons of more customers that you can build belief in to become reps, and tons of more distributors or people that are active to build their paycheck to become your new sales coordinators. So where can I kind of verify this? on your 12-month analysis, it shows, I kind of coded this up, but basically, here's what your paycheck increases. This is just an example. It doesn't have much to do with your tracker, except that you find your pay, your monthly check here. You find your column 6, which is your personal customers here, and here's that column 4, your PBQ number. You go down the 4th line, and you want this to be increasing every 4 months, a net increase of 250. So I just have my team take a picture of that and picture their tracker, and that's how they verify and get their money. Now, what do you do if you have a painful target, so it looks like you're increasing 350, and then the next month you don't have it, so you didn't increase 350? We just put a little asterisk on the, by the number to show on there this was a painful order, and then we know that. We know how to figure that out right away. Okay, so finally, here's another place to find it. This is a kind of an old thing, but your KPI on your virtual office right here shows your performance bonus number. And whatever it is, think about increasing that 1,000 to 1,000 by the end of this year. Here's your PVC report. I'm not going to go into that, but here's that column 4. You want to increase that. All right. So what time do we have? 12:25. I'm just going to show you real quick. Not that. The tracker. Okay. So here's the real tracker in Excel. And like I said, I have it in PDF. So let me show you how easy it is to fill in. So you got Jennifer. What did Jennifer order? Let's just say trio. Make it easy. So let's just, and
You have to stop share and then share the tracker. Sorry.
I'm sorry too.
No, it's all right. It's okay. It's just, there you go.
Okay, so here's what I did. Okay, so get Jennifer, trio, 169.5, and you can see now how I typed that in, that automatically calculates. Divide by 4, it calculates there, and over here the monthly total results. You got 42 points. So now, see there, it just automatically divides it by 4 installment, and of course it automatically calculates here and the 3. Okay. Now, same thing happens here. So you can see that I've only got orders there, but over here I want to have, so, whoops, shouldn't have done that. Can't let him do it. Sorry, I shouldn't have copied that. Anyway, but you can see how it, I know I can do that. Darn. 2. And 3. So let's just say there was an HLP and they got 3 trios. See how it adds that now? It adds this plus this for this, etc. And I'll just continue down here. So in other words, it automatically calculates everything in the purple. So here's your total here, and there's your 290 points you got month 1. And then month 2, you just keep filling it out, and it's just simple to automatically track.
So Dawn, are you just typing in trio and it autofills the promo volume, or you're typing in the promo volume?
I'm typing in the promo volume.
Okay, so in that case, these are totally interchangeable with countries because you're typing in the volumes.
Right.
Based on what country you're in. Okay, even easier. Awesome, thanks. Just wanted to clarify.
The only thing that wouldn't be probably exactly right is the monthly total, but anyway, yeah, it tracks everything to the point. Yeah, so then at the end,
The monthly total should also work. There's no reason.
Right, I just meant up here what I put in there, what I asked you to do.
Oh yeah, but that's, I mean, that's very, it doesn't matter what currency you're working with. Those are reasonable things because the PV is going to be based on the currency. So
right.
Yeah.
So the only thing is if you have a painful order, you would go like this. I would just go put an asterisk by it, and that tells your upline that this is going to go up 248 points, but that alone would get you this. So, you know, the next month, you'll go up 62 because your tracker will show how much it went up. Each month shows how much it goes up.
So explain that again. If it's a pay in full, you're still putting in the PV? I don't understand.
Auto calculates.
Yeah, but I mean, your PV really isn't going up by 62. It's going up that month in full because that's already got paid on.
Yep, but I don't give an incentive for pay in fulls. So for me, I'm only, whether it's pay in full or not, they put in that, I only count 62 points of it.
Ah, that's what you're doing with that. I see. I see.
And then, but I don't want you to be messed up.
I gotcha.
The next month, because the next month it'll go down. If I look at your 12-month,
yeah,
it'll go down 248. So if you put an asterisk on it, then
you know what's going on. Yeah.
Yep.
And so month to month, like, so this thing is set up. I got to go back and check it out. But you've got 4 months for the September, October, November, December.
I do.
Yeah, perfect. That's awesome.
So you can see now, and I'm just going to copy this. You can. Here's what's editable. What's editable is this green section of name, order, and chromo PVC. What's not editable is the purple or the totals. I've protected that so people can't mess up the formulas.
Good job. That's great. Okay, so I just want to say, I don't know if I just wanted to say something to my team at this point, which is.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward just a little.
I just wanted to say something to.
There's 3 files. PDF is blank. Of course, you can just fill it out by hand. There's just 2 pages. Page 1, month 1 and 2.
We're not seeing it. Now it's a blank screen. You got to change your share.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so there's page 1, month 1 and 2, blank, just fill in by hand, and page 2, month 3 and 4. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. Page 2. Yeah. That's awesome. So these forms are the example, the PDF, as well as the Excel. You choose if you want to handwrite it and take screenshots to send your upline national marketing director, or if you want to fill in, if you like Excel, the Excel will do the math for you. So you can use the Excel or learn Excel, and yeah, play the game. I'm in. I'm doing it. So thank you so much, Dawn. This is really, really awesome. I was looking for something like this, and ta-da, here you were. Already had it created, so I love it. So I cannot, Dawn, okay, we're over time, but share with my team your excitement for what's coming in 2020 and why it's so important to play this game and fill your pipeline.
Yeah, well, everything is going up, and so we just want to be in the best position possible to maximize our new compensation plan that has amazing things in store that not everybody knows yet, but you'll learn at Austin. That is fabulous.
Yeah, so we're really excited. Okay, I keep going back and forth between spotlighting and too much technology. But hopefully you guys got the message. It's time to roll up our sleeves and make September, October, November, December, as powerful as you can. And this is a great way to track small, doable amounts of business that makes a lot of sense to slowly build your own frontline volume and duplicate that. So thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next week on Rep.
Okay, I know the sound was a little quiet at the beginning, but hopefully you kind of got the gist of this. Let me just tell you a few other things, and then those that want to hang around and ask a few general questions, we can do that. So basically, the whole point of this is for all of us. Doesn't matter if you're a brand new rep and not qualified. If that's you, your goal is to do this to get yourself to a qualification. And she started at the beginning telling why that's so important. Those of us that are already qualified, the higher the number in that column, the more our pay is. So it's for everyone. Everyone's doing the same thing, and we're all shooting for one of 2 kinds of increases. And keep in mind, this is a net increase. So we've had some questions since this came out. We got some clarification from Dawn. Here's how it'll work. The end of the month PVC report for August is your baseline, okay? So when we have our PVC report come out, what's in that column 4, and if you're not sure what she's talking about, talk to your sponsor, call me, I'll take you through it, but column 4 is the PV column on your PVC report, and you'll get that the last day of the month. That number for August, we're gonna count as your baseline, okay? And everyone that's playing the game, and of course this is optional, but why not? There's no penalty for not making it. In the month of September, you want that number, whatever is column 4 for August, the end of September's PVC report, you want it to be at least 250 points more than the month before. And that is, again, your own customers, your dealers, and your DDs all feed into that number. Okay, so you want to get your team on board because they can earn the $50, you can earn the $50. So end of September, let's just say, for instance, your August PVC on that in column 4 was 500, okay? You want that number to be 750 by the end of September. If that's the case, you send in your tracker, you have to do the tracker, and send in either your, well, I'm gonna just say your 12-month analysis. This would be a really good way for all of you to learn to use that report, and reach out to your sponsor for how to get that if you're not sure. Okay, you send me your tracker, your 12-month analysis. Yep, you went from 500 to 750, boom. I'm writing down you made $50 extra for this bonus money incentive for the month of September. Okay, we're gonna pay all this money out at the end. So it'll be a nice little chunk of change coming to help you pay off those Christmas bills, right, at the end of December. But I'll be recording. So Don made it, he got his $50. Janet made it, she got her $50. Now, let's say Sue has an amazing month in September, and her number goes from, Sue's got crazy numbers in her PV column. She says, let's say she's got 4,000 in her PV column, and it goes up to 4,100. It increased by 100. No, 500, sorry, 4,500. So her number went up 500. She earned $100 extra that month by this game, okay? Now, let's go back to Don. Let's say Don was 50. The next month he was at 750. Boom, he made $150, and I've got that recorded. Let's say the month of October, however, he only went up by, instead of 750, it was 800. So it increased a little, but it didn't go up by 250. So he's still making a little bit more money, but there's no $50 bonus for him that month, okay? So what we're waiting for, let's say in November, however, because he was at 750, right? What's his next 250 up? You're shooting for 1,000. So if in November it goes up and hits that 1,000, let's say it took him a couple months to get that extra 250. As soon as he hits that 1,000, he's going to get his next $50 for the month of November, okay? And then his goal for December is to be 1,250, okay? So it all starts with that baseline number, whatever that is. You're going to set yourself some goals. What's 250 above that? What's 500 above that? What's 750 above that? What's 1,000 above that? And when you hit that goal that month, somebody needs to mute, because we're hearing weird noises. When you hit that goal, whatever month you hit that goal, that's when you get the next $50 chunk of change coming your way, okay? So that's how that's gonna work. And then at the end of December, we'll see who played, who gets what kinds of money, and that will be heading your way. Tammy has graciously offered to help me with the payouts for anyone that's on her team. So still send me your trackers. I will communicate with her, but she is going to share the payout with me. So she's going to help me pay her team to do this. However, Tammy can still earn those bonuses as well. And we're also going to acknowledge every month on our team Facebook page, and probably on our stats and congrats, who got a payout every month. So a little extra fame and glory there. And that's how it is. And just think, those of you that have a team, if your team, the more people you get on your team to play this, the more qualifiers you're going to end up with. What's the payout for them? not only the extra money for this incentive, but they're seeing their PVC grow, as she explained. You've got more customers. You're going to have more reps or potential reps in that customer base. It's all good. And in the end, we're going to end this year strong and be set up for what's coming. So that's what I have to share. Dawn, I see you have a question. Go for it.
Yeah. So just to make sure, it has to be the way she was saying it. You have to hit 1,000.
This is designed to help people who aren't qualified get there.
Right.
But your baseline tells you where you're starting, and you're trying to increase 250 every month above that baseline.
Yeah. Okay.
Make sense?
That's what when we explain it to the rest of the folks that are not on this call, that's important.
Yeah.
I got it. I thought, okay, man, I'm going to ask the question to make sure I got it right.
Right.
That's encouraging.
Right.
It really is.
Good. And they're going to listen to this recording, hopefully.
Hey, Barb, I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, I think I know the answer, but I just want to make sure. So if, Dawn, you might need to mute yourself now.
Dawn, you got to mute. Okay.
Okay. If you have someone on your team that goes up 250 and then maybe goes back down and then doesn't ever get back up, do they still get that initial payout? Even if they end up, okay, just major.
Well, wait, let me think about that. So, I mean, the goal of this, and she said that, net, you want by the end.
Right, so that's why I'm asking net. So
Net. It needs to be at the end. You have to be, the goal isn't to gain on these customers and lose a bunch. I'm going to change my answer to that. By the end, if they are 250, by the end of the 4 months, if they are no longer 250 above where they started in August, no, they don't get that payout. That's why we're waiting till the end to pay people.
Okay, that was my question.
We want to see an increase over the 4 months. Yes.
Right. So if you get to 250, then you get to 250 again, and you're like, great, I got $50 here, $50 here, but then you lose some customers and it doesn't work out, and you go back down to 50, you only get one payout.
Yeah.
That's why
I would recommend everybody, when you get your end of the month PVC report, and reach out to your upline if you don't know how to do this, but find your baseline number and figure out what's 250 above that, what's 250 above that, and above that, and set those goals. And then you'll see at the end what kind of prize money you're in for. Because again, we all know we lose customers, but we're not going to reward somebody because you had one really good month and then the next month you lost it all. So in the end, and the same thing with the 500, if you're at 500 points. If you jump 500 points in a month, then, and you hold it, then you've got $100.
So it's really what happens, how much you're up at the end of 4 months. And then let's say I'm up 1,000 at the end of 4 months and it was done in 4 250 increments, I'm getting $200. But if it was 250, 250, 500, then I'm actually, it's the same amount. Okay, never mind. Just do the math.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's really where you're at the end of 4 months, broken into how many months it took you to do it.
Right. But if you're on fire and you're building 500 extra points each month, you got $400 bonus money coming your way.
Yes, gotcha. Cool. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, good question. Any other questions before we stop our recording? Janet.
I just had one. So it's you, dealers, and DDs, not BF.
That's always been the case for that PB volume, yes.
Dealers, DDs, and me.
Yeah, once they're promoted to VF, they don't feed into that number anymore. And hopefully if they play this game, we're going to get a lot of people promoting to VF, right? That's the whole point. But we need to bring on new people. And that's the beauty of also being customer qualified, because you don't need those customers or those reps to help you qualify every month. But for this game, it's certainly going to be a bonus to bring on new people and have them doing those HLPs, right? Because there's 500 of those, or 250 of those points that you need. 125 of those points, sorry, of the 250 you're trying to get. Okay, done.
So to tag on to her question, I want to make sure I heard that clearly. If you're at a VF already, that doesn't count.
If you have people on your team that are VF, their points do not roll up into that PB number.
That's the point.
Yeah, you only get to count your personal customers, your brand new dealers customers, and then DD's customers. Once they hit VF, those numbers don't roll into that PB volume anymore.
Okay.
That's confusing, I know. Any other questions? If some of you are just got your head rolling, some of you newer reps, just reach out to the people that are sponsoring you. They can answer the questions for you. But we want to, many of us get, it's just like you said, 3 trio orders for you and bring on somebody to do the same, which is just an HLP. People do an HLP in one night sometimes. So it's little chunks. That's how we do this business. One customer at a time, talking to one conversation at a time, and we just bang little chunks, and in 4 months you can have a new qualifier, at least that much time, maybe quicker.
Okay, so to example and enhance what you just said, because it just happened. I mean, I talk to people all the time. I've got a list of about 30-something people, but they take a while to hatch. So today I go in and say, hey, I want to order right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I was sitting down and just got her to order. She says, here's all my information. Just do it. I don't want to pay all at once.
Okay.
No, she says, I want to pay all at once. I said, you're welcome to do that.
So you heard where if you have a pay in full order, you're going to put a little asterisk but next to their name. So here's what I'm going to do too, just to finish up here. On our Team Turquoise Facebook page, and Jen, feel free to copy this onto your page. I'm going to put 2 versions of the tracker. There's the PDF, if you're a paper and pencil person and you want to fill that in by hand. Okay, but again, you're going to have to do the math in that last column she showed and divide everything by 4. Or there will be an Excel version where you type in the name, what they ordered, you type in the promotional value. You should have that down anyway. If it's not, I have my little cheat sheet right here that I always carry with me that's just right here ready. So this is a million places on the virtual office and somewhere with all the products and all the pay in full price, the total PVC, okay? So you type that in, it divides it by 4. Every month you're going to fill in what you've got and any of your dealers or DDs and any orders that they get. So that's going to be on our Team Turquoise Facebook page for you to download. Again, this is totally optional, but I would get it ready, and any orders you put in, let's go for this. Let's see how far you can come. And then I want you to figure out at the end of August what your baseline PB is. Look on your PVC report. Since the early days, print out your final PVC report or save it in a special file if you're not a printer person. But I have mine for the past year all printed out. So have that there so you see what happens. And then at the end of the month, anybody who's playing that you made your 250 increase, send it my way. And we'll talk later at the end of the month, but you'll need one other thing to prove it, not just the tracker. Not that we don't trust you, but you need to have your 12-month analysis will also show that increase. And you'll send it my way, and I'll start keeping track of who is going to get some money in January. So
this is Sue.
Yeah.
One little observation is you could get new customers and get the 250, but if you did lose a bunch of customers, it won't show up on your report.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So like you said, if you lose customers, you're going to have to try and make up for it by getting more new ones.
Exactly.
And losing customers may not be losing a customer. That could be just someone delaying.
Right. Exactly. Delaying credit cards that decline. Don, we have to keep muting you because we're hearing weird things. Credit cards that decline, all of those things that affect that. So we all got to be on our toes. And we all lose customers. It happens. Okay. But remember, the whole point of this is to see that number going up. And that's why you've got to shoot for that 250 above the baseline. If you lose a few customers, you might need a few more orders than just 3 more. But good customer care helps, makes a big difference. And this is a good way to teach our team that too. Okay, I'm going to stop here so we don't go on too long. If there are more questions, let's reach out on our Voxer chat on Team Turquoise. Leaders, you can reach out on the momentum call if you want, any other clarifying questions we need, but look for those trackers on our Team Turquoise Facebook page. And I hope we have some people that are earning some big time bucks come the end of December. Okay, thanks everybody for getting on tonight, and have a great close of August.